When the doctor called, it was a regular morning for us. Elena was running around, the kids were playing, Nick was home, and it was just like a typical morning. And around 10:30, the doctor called, and she said, we got our blood work back, and it looks like it's leukemia. I just lost my breath. And she said, I'm sorry, and she says, we need you to pack your bags, go straight to Children's Mercy Hospital. They'll be waiting for you guys and expect to stay there for a week. I was not expecting to hear those words. We think it's leukemia.
So yeah, that was the day our world changed.
You're supposed to be taking care of me.
So Elaina came to us when she was 4.5 years old, and she is of Cuban and El Salvadorian ancestry. And she was diagnosed with what is called pre-B acute lymphoblastic leukemia, and it is a cancer of the bone marrow.
We know because of her genetic makeup and her ethnic background that she would respond differently to the standard protocols that were out there. Dr. Flatt knew that up front.
We don't understand the genetics in Hispanic cancer very well. And the reason we don't understand it very well is because when you look at clinical trials, meaning the studies that we place patients on, from 2011 to 2018, the participants was 87% white and 8% Hispanic, and that includes adults.
She hit neutropenia way too often. That's when it got very scary because you're seriously looking at a life and death situation.
She had a mutation that we know happens more frequently in Hispanics, but our dilemma is, what do we do with that? Because there's no clinical trial written about that. And unfortunately, there would be nothing else to do with her therapy. She was already as intense as we could go with her therapy. And that was really the only option. There was no other option really for her. That's what makes Elena's case difficult, and she represents many, many Hispanic children.
Elena's status today is she is in remission. She is 7 months post-treatment. Her physical exam checked out fine, and she is back to being herself and energy and lots of energy.
Appetite.
Her energy has definitely come back. It's bittersweet because, on one hand, yes, we're in a place that, she doesn't have bad cells attacking her body anymore, but you're still in that kind of unknown period of time. Sometimes walk into these appointments every month, like a grip around my heart and not being able to breathe until I see those numbers. So
the biggest risk that Elaina is going to face is that this disease has a pretty high chance of coming back. When you see these disparities of 99% of white children, essentially today with standard risk leukemia, will likely be cured. But that number is still somewhere around 85 or 87 for a Hispanic child. You see this disparity, right? And you say, wow, what could we do?
Pediatric research is so important for so many people in that although we've come a long ways and the research and the treatments and the outcomes are so much better, we still have so much farther to go.